I got into Forex trading so that I could have freedom in my life. I didn't want to be stuck in a 9 to 5 job working every single day for many, many hours. I got into trading to have freedom in my life, financial freedom and location freedom, mainly to do whatever I want, whenever I want. Many people get into trading for the exact same reasons, but then they're sat on their charts for 10 hours a day. Does this seem free to you? Because it doesn't seem very free to me. I wanted it so that I could trade for an hour in the morning, maybe an hour or 2 hours, can be 2 hours depending on the actual setups or the testing I'm actually doing. But then it gives me the rest of the day to do whatever I want. This could be other business side projects, it could be working out, it could be going and playing tennis in the sun, and it also could be socializing, because us traders don't usually socialize as much as others, so that is a good thing to do as well. And I'm able to do this because I'm not glued to the screens for 10 hours a day, just trying to enter trades. So in this video, I'm going to outline a little method that I actually used to test something very simple that allows me to then only be on the charts for a maximum of 1 hour per day. This style of trading won't work for every single person watching this video. It's mainly for those trading with that intraday trading style, and you can get even less time on the charts if you are trading with a higher time frame swing style. I have my swing trading. It probably takes around 30 minutes per month. And this is doing my analysis, entering positions, setting limits, and then doing my analysis when I'm in the trade if there is an invalidation, for example. Before we get into the video, if you do want to learn exactly how I trade, how I get prop firm payouts, and how people in the mentorship are getting these prop firm payouts, be sure to go to the link in the description. I teach the whole strategy I trade, backtesting videos, trade breakdowns, compliments videos, everything you can possibly need to become a profitable trader. And you also get access to our member Discord community where people are absolutely killing it in the past few months in the markets. And yeah, hopefully if you join, you can also become one of those traders. To check it out, link in the description. So let's start with step number 1, and I call it the testing phase. This testing phase gives you a time window to enter your trades and do your analysis, because we don't want to have such a big window of trading opportunities that we have to be on the charts for 10 hours, or else we will miss a setup and have to wait another 10 hours tomorrow for another setup. You don't want to miss a setup, and that could be a one good setup for the week. We don't want that. So we're going to kind of scrap that idea of 10 hours per day and go to a small time window. And the way to do this is to pick a time of day where you can have 100% focus and avoid any distractions in your life, so that you can commit an hour of your time, an hour or 2 hours, it doesn't have to be set at an hour of your time, to the charts. The main reason behind this is that if you have 100% focus for an hour, that's very, very easy to do. If you're trying to have 100% focus over 5 hours or 10 hours, that is very difficult, especially if you have lunch breaks or you're having to go get some food, you then have to go to the toilet, you have someone knocking on the door for a delivery. But if you're timing it perfectly, none of these things can actually distract you. You can schedule your food before and after, you can schedule your workout before or after, that's completely fine. Whereas if you have the whole day where you could enter trades, you don't have that luxury. So I chose the London session. The main reason behind this was I wanted to trade in the morning and then have the rest of the day completely free to basically do whatever I want, like I mentioned in the intro of this video. You could choose New York session. Maybe you want to have a morning routine where you go do a workout, you eat a nice breakfast, and then you go onto the charts after you have kind of woken up properly. And then you obviously have the evening and the late afternoon to do whatever you want as well, if you're running on UK time. I chose London session for the opposite reason. I wanted to get everything done as soon as possible to start the day. My trading's done. I've woken up, perfect. If it's a good day, that's fine. I can be happy the rest of the day. If it's a losing day, it doesn't matter, because it's then out of the way. I'm not waiting 15 hours of being awake to then enter some trades and then lose. Then it's like, oh, I had to wait that many hours for the charts to have my time window, and then I just lost anyway. Getting out of the way is better in my opinion. So when I was actually testing the way to actually narrow this down to how long I spend on the charts, I picked a 4-hour trading window. If you've seen any of my live trading videos, you would have already known this, but I trade from 8 AM to 12 PM. And when I say an hour on the charts maximum, that doesn't mean I'm only entering trades in a 1 hour period. So I have that 4-hour period, But the key thing here is to create a very, very simple strategy. So my strategy is very simple. It's not complicated. It doesn't have 10 different time frames, 5 different confluences that have to align with different pairs. It's very simple. I see a few different things on the charts, and then I can enter my position. And it's very easy for me to see. I can look for a few seconds and see if there's going to be a potential setup. And the beauty of this is that I can go on the charts within a minute, see if there's going to be a setup within the next hour, basically. So that means, of 4 hours of price action, if I can see very quickly that price is going to be valid or not, I don't have to spend 4 hours full time on the charts to actually enter in this 4-hour window. I only have to be on for a certain amount of time to see if a trade is valid or not. If you are looking to build a simple strategy, I'm actually starting a series on my second channel called Will Aldridge, where I'm going to continue the backtesting series, going through every single month of testing to build a profitable strategy that only uses 1 or 2 confluences. So you can check it out. I'm going to be starting the videos next week, and maybe you could implement the same strategy if it does end up working. But having something that's simple, that shows if it's valid or not very quickly, is key in my opinion for beginner traders, especially traders that try to learn everything. They try to find a holy grail that obviously doesn't exist. If you kind of remove that from your trading and focus on 2 or 3 confluences that work, then that's all you need. And if you only have 2 or 3 confluences, you can look on the charts and immediately see if the trading conditions have been met. If they haven't, you close the charts and go about your day. Perhaps you could set a limit in an area where a trade could become valid. That is something that I do. But if there's no chance that a trade could be valid, maybe there's news out or prices broken a zone or failed to break a zone that you're actually looking to enter from, just close the charts and go about your day. If you are staring at the charts for an extra 4 hours, you are likely to just enter a trade for the sake of it. And you never want to enter trades just to enter trades. Trading against your plan is stupid. All those hours you've done from testing to build that plan are now completely irrelevant because you've now broken the rules. So if you break your rules in trading over and over again without any improvements, you might as well just quit. If you have a plan, you built it specifically around your tested data, and then you don't follow it, you can never be a trader. It's literally that simple. You could trade for 9 months extremely profitably, but then you break the rules from your plan and lose money, then all those 9 months of trading consistently with your plan is completely out the window. So make sure you focus on following your plan, and if it's very simple to follow, it will be a lot easier because you can't slightly break a rule. So if you break a rule with a strategy of 3 confluences and you don't have one of those confluences, 33% of your trade plan is now not been followed. So that's quite a big chunk. And if that trade does lose, you can say, oh, well, there was only a 66% of my plan was followed, so it's obvious that it lost, which we never want in your trading. And people will say that you need time to manage your positions, but I don't think this is the case. When I trade, I enter the trade usually with a limit, sometimes with execution if there is a quick retest back into my zone, let's say, and from then on, it's usually set and forget. But there are certain scenarios where you can't just set and forget. So let's say there is another key zone, whether it be support and resistance, supply and demand, whatever you guys call it. These zones obviously matter, and they could give you a sign that the trade is no longer valid for you to continue holding. Maybe you could limit a full loss to a 0.5% loss, or even a break-even trade if you notice an invalidation. So I will simply set an alert on my trading view at these zones that could potentially invalidate my trade, or any significant points basically. Let's say you go to break even at 2% profit. Set an alert at just shy of 2% profit so that you are prepared on your setup, ready to make a proper decision. Not a decision that's just checking my phone from a notification and just do whatever. No, you need to be at your setup, ready to make a proper decision that aligns with your trading plan. If not, don't bother trying to manage a position. But then if this alert does go off, I can then look at my charts, go on my computer, see what's happening on the trade. If the trade is then invalid, okay, I can close the trade and then I can do my journaling for that trade. But in each day, I'm not trading for more than an hour. It's that simple. You guys have seen my live trading videos. I will look at the charts. Obviously, it's more exaggerated because I'm talking you through my setup and then showing you the trade hitting the limit and then managing the trade. This is obviously exaggerated for the cameras because if I just said limit hit, take profit hit, it'd be a very, very short video and no one would watch it and you would learn nothing from it. But when I'm talking through my trades, it's obviously different for the camera. But you will see that there are lots of cuts that maybe 30, 40 minutes in between price movements, because when I'm in the trade, I then have nothing to do. I'm not going to sit there and just watch the trade go up or down. I don't want to see if it's minus 0.5% in drawdown. If that trade is still valid, I'm going to be in that trade. And you should do the same. If a trade is valid, don't try and mismanage it just because you're staring at the charts and you want to do something. You don't like how price is moving. It doesn't matter what you think about the markets. If you think price is moving badly and you think it's going to lose, who cares? Do you think the markets care about what you think is going to happen? Of course not. They couldn't care less about what Steve from Kent is thinking about his trade. Irrelevant. Completely irrelevant. Just focus on your plan and let price run. If it's invalid, close the trade. If it's still valid, hold it until take profit or stop loss. Very simple rules, very simple way to make profit. And overall, I'm going to round up this video by saying reducing your time staring at the charts will increase the trades you take. It will increase the effectiveness of the trades you take. So I feel like being very selective with your trades means that you take better trades. It will also improve your trade management by basically setting and forgetting the position. You're more likely to have full TPs. Obviously, you might take full losses, but most people close early before hitting take profit. That's the main issue that people have. And that will improve by reducing your chart time. And you're also going to be able to live a life that's full of freedom. You will have time to do whatever you want, and hopefully you will have the money to do so as well. You can go out for the afternoon, you can chill by a pool, you can do whatever you want. But as long as you're fully focused when that 1 hour or 2 hour window is actually present, that's all that matters. And that is the beauty of Forex trading. You can do whatever, whenever, as long as you can spend that time slot focused with 100%. So I hope this did transform your trading so you can live a more free life as a Forex trader. And I'll catch you guys next time.